Any questions? I'm happy to take them.
Yeah.
Hello, madam. Actually, I did not. Question is very simple, but I want to clarify regarding this spouse dependent who is different. Under which section can we get relaxation?
DD. Disability.
80DD.
DD. Yes. Yes.
Okay, and DD1 is also something else. DD1.
No, DD.
Actually,
DD. Single D. Single D. 80D.
Not 2 times D.
No.
80D.
The two.
Okay.
No, the double D is for you're a parent or you're person who's paying taxes, and your parent or your spouse or your child is disabled. Okay. So that's a double D.
And by mistake, yes, and by mistake, if I have claimed that my spouse is dependent and she is differently abled, and I got relaxation of 1,25,000, but by mistake, if I have put 80DD instead of 80D, is it offense or punishable?
No. You're right. You're right. Your spouse is disabled. You've claimed in your income, you have claimed it. 80DD is correct. 125 is correct. Yeah. If she's severely disabled, is 125.
But instead of
double donkey.
Instead of 80, double donkey, yeah.
Double donkey is correct.
Okay.
No mistake. No problem.
Okay, I thought it is.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
What is your name, sir? What is your name? Okay. राजेश बोले आप अपनी को अनम्यूट कीजिए प्लीज. आपका हाथ अभी भी रेज्ड है. बलू, आप अपना सवाल पूछिए प्लीज. अनम्यूट. यस.
Yeah. So my question is, I claimed housing loan interest till my loan was active. So I closed my housing loan and now I don't claim any housing loan interest. Now for renovating my house, for some new constructions or upgrading my house, if I take a loan from my parents and repay to my parents, can I claim that in the income tax?
Second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah,
I have to check it. We can take it again. Normally it's not. It's normally the time you buy it. Okay. We can check it again.
No, because one of my friend told me, even though you can't show this in your form 16 given by the company, but while filing the IT return, you can claim this as a.
Sure, let's check it
housing
up for
loan
you.
interest.
Let's check it for you.
Yeah.
Let me check it for you.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
possible.
Okay. Thank you.
शैलेंद्र झाला, प्लीज अनम्यूट कीजिए अपने को. अच्छा.
हेलो.
यस.
यस मैम, मैं आवाज आ रही मेरी? शैलेंद्र.
आपकी आवाज आ रही है. आप हमको 1 मिनट दे दीजिए. ये राजेश, प्लीज गो अहेड एंड आस्क योर क्वेश्चन.
हाँ मैडम, मैं बात कर सकता हूँ? राजेश बोल रहे हैं.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
ये मैडम, मेरी मिसेस कैंसर से ग्रस्त है, तो उसमें कुछ रिलीफ मुझे मिल सकता है क्या टैक्स में? कैंसर के लिए मैंने खर्च किया है मिसेस के ऊपर, तो उसके लिए टैक्स में कुछ रिलीफ मिल सकता है?
1 मिनट, वो मैम म्यूट पे है. कंचन, यू आर ऑन म्यूट एंड राजेश हैज अ क्वेश्चन.
यस. 80D है जो आप क्लेम कर सकते हैं ना. वहाँ 80D 50,000 तक है ना. अगर आपकी सॉरी 25 या 50 डिपेंडिंग ऑन द एज. बट कैंसर के लिए प्रोविजन था किधर, तो एक दूसरा प्रोविजन था बहुत साल पहले. आई डोंट नो अभी तक है कि नहीं. स्पेशली कैंसर के लिए था. आई विल चेक दैट फॉर यू फॉर कैंसर. आई विल चेक दैट फॉर यू. बट
hello ma'am,
sure.
I think it is 80DDB.
Okay.
Delhi Bombay.
It's there na, still there na?
Yes ma'am, it is there.
Oh, it's still there. 80DDB. Okay, good.
But there is a limit, I feel. For cancer, if you have spent like some 1 lakh rupees, but the limit is some 40,000 or some 60,000 amount.
we'll just check if it's still there or not, because my biggest problem is that it keeps changing, you know. So I'll check it for you for it's there still as in this year, current year, that we've, you know, this whole concept of financial year, the current financial year.
Okay.
गुड इवनिंग मैम, शैलेंद्र मैम। अभी मैं सर्विस में आया हूँ, मेरे को 6-7 महीने हुए हैं ज्वाइन किए पंजाब नेशनल बैंक में। मैम मेरा एनुअल इनकम समथिंग 6,50,000 हो बन जाता है। मेरा 1,25,000 अंडर 80U में मैंने एग्जाम किया है, लेकिन मैम मेरा जो अलाउंस मिलता है कुछ कुछ जैसे मेडिकल का मिलता है ईयरली पर ईयरली, तो मैंने 21 का जो 6 मंथ है और 22 का जो फर्स्ट मंथ है जनवरी, उसमें लिया 30,000। उसमें भी मेरा 6,600 रुपये समथिंग टैक्स कट गया। तो और इनकम पे भी समथिंग 500 रुपये फिर भी टैक्स कट गया, 1,25,000 वो अंडर यू में एंट्री करते हुए भी। तो मैम मतलब है ना, इसका अलाउंस पे भी टैक्स कंपलसरी है क्या कटना, या फिर? और मैम एक और क्वेश्चन था, हमारे अगर डिपेंडेंट डिसेबल नहीं हो लेकिन फिर भी इसमें कुछ ऐसा सेक्शन है क्या कि 5 लाख से ऊपर आपकी इनकम है तो इतने डिपेंडेंट हो तो आपका इतना टैक्स कटेगा, या इतने डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो तो इतना टैक्स कटेगा? और तीसरा क्वेश्चन है मैम, अगर आपके ऊपर कोई डेट है, मान लो अगर आप कमाते हैं लेकिन आपके ऊपर कोई डेट हो, लाइक लोन्स या फिर अदर्स जो होते हैं रिलेटिव्स, उनके तो वैसा कोई सेक्शन है क्या मैम सेव करने के लिए, टैक्स सेव करने के लिए? थैंक यू मैम।
नहीं, on loans there is no exemptions or deductions, okay? Because in a way कहते हैं कि फिजूल की खर्ची है, so they don't want to give you any deductions there except for housing, house के लिए, अगर घर बनाते हो, घर लेते हो, उसके लिए, okay? पर as far as your children concerned, I think there is one section in section 10 कुछ education थोड़ा free है वहाँ section 10 में, 2 children, and वहाँ थोड़ा उनकी expenses, and but it's very little. I think it was 250 rupees a month or something. So it is very little,
Yes,
but I will again check for
it
that.
is very little.
It's very little. Na?
200
So
rupees
that
per
is.
month.
There you are.
It is
So
just 100 rupees per month.
No, I think it has gone to 250. I saw last. I think it was
For
250.
hostel,
But anyway,
for hostel it is 300 rupees per month, and for tuition fees or whatever you call it, it is 100 rupees per child per month.
So how
Up to
is
2 children.
when you could manage up to 2
Up to
children?
2
So
children,
400
yeah.
rupees से क्या मिलने वाला है?
नहीं मिलता कुछ.
नहीं, it's not worth it. So वहाँ these are the problems, you know, that we are going to face, because अभी तो आप you're earning 50,000 rupees a month, you just save and please invest properly, you know. So at least there's a section which you can get a little deduction, I think up to 10,000 rupees on interest, at least bank interest, etc.
Shabnam, just have a look whether there are any questions coming out from Facebook.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Meanwhile, Ashwin, Kumar, and Mohammed Ehtisham have their hands raised.
Yeah, so can I go first? This is Ashwin here.
Ashwin, yes, please.
Kanchanji, namaste. Kanchanji, my name is Ashwin and I'm a salaried person. In the first section of your talk, you were talking about deduction on conveyance. Is this applicable for salaried people?
Yes, it is for salaried people, and it is only for salaried people there.
Okay.
And it is only for disability, for disabled salaried.
Yeah. Of course.
Not for others.
So basically, in my company's tax projection, all that is reflecting, that ATU, ATD, all that is reflecting, but this conveyance factor is not reflecting. So how do I claim this deduction, ma'am? Can you please suggest me on that?
You can claim this while filing the ITR. I did last year.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Post form 16.
Yeah. And you can even tell your HR about it also. Now you can remind her, the HR people.
I see. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Madam,
Yes, this is Mohammed Ehtisham.
Yeah, Mohammed.
Okay. I have a question about HRA and NPS, the claim that we can do or deductions that we can do. So if you can just say more about that, HRA and NPS. I think you're not audible, ma'am. You're
No,
muted.
no, I'm on audio. No, I'm trying to work as well as talk to you. So NPS is 50,000, up to 50,000. That is what we are allowed. Okay. That is minus, again, that is minus from your, it's an 80D. It's sorry, 80 provision. It's minus from there. Okay. Up to investment of 50,000. Then other things you have to get sorted out. But 80 is 50,000. It's like your 150 for Provident Fund or, other schemes there, or ELS, etc.
This is
So,
under
ma'am,
what? This is under what?
ATCC.
ATU?
No,
ATCC?
ATCC. It's not ATU. These are for the NPS and the Provident Fund, etc. are for everybody. ATU is only for us.
Okay, so ATCC.
Yeah, I think ACC. Is it, what is it now? CC what? A, CCB. It's like, I think ATCC only. I think it is.
Ma'am, it is 80C, which includes NPS also, but more than that, again, I think it is 80CCD1, I think.
That is the one with the thing. That is the one with the 50,000.
Yeah, that is up to 50,000. And then again, the employer's contribution also is there for central government for 14% of the entire salary. That is also there.
So all that is going to change now in some time. I'm told it's going to. So we'll have to wait. This is, these numbers I didn't get into especially today because of the, because I don't know. Is the possibility of change and then again confusing everybody. I can give you all the old numbers. What's the point? साधन के बाद वापस change होने वाला है. अगर change हो गया majorly, then जुना remembering the old ones is not worth it. Okay.
Ma'am, can we have any kind of services? Somebody can give us services for this.
There are many
filing
CAs. There are many CAs on the group. And
CAs generally do not know about handicaps.
As well as
they are not very well versed.
Sorry?
With
the
disability,
they don't know about disabilities. They don't focus on that. If we are just going one of a case that you have with that particular CA, then he does not know about everything.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because still now nobody told me about the conveyance deduction.
So right now, I'll tell you honestly, there's only 80U, 80DD, 80D, and the conveyance. और कुछ नहीं है हमारे लिए. Okay, I can't think anything हमारे लिए special है. So I'll tell you two things. One is online. I'm told you can file yourself online. Okay. And there is Samir Latte. There are a couple of other people on the Access India group who are CAs. Okay. Who are disabled as well, who can help you file them. Okay. And the other thing is that if you're in a group where there's discussion like this conveyance, it was discussed on Access India some time ago, it has been discussed, HR has been discussed. So I would leave it to, like IWay to put it up on their website or, but next week, I think we'll put it up on at least on some websites, all the different, possibilities we have. I think that will be the best. George, will you do that?
Yeah. This NPS you mentioned up to 50,000. He also asked about HRA.
So that is part of your salary. I think somebody there knows it better. Who was it who gave the answer for this one? Who was the one who gave the CCDD one? The same person.
I only said about that.
सवाल पूछो और जवाब भी खुद दे देते. Excellent.
Madam,
NPS के 3 heads में
for HRA exception, there are several procedures to be followed, ma'am. That is the thing. 40% of basic, annual salary, annual house rent paid, and HRA received. Which is the minimum of these three things will be considered for HRA exception. So,
there you are. See.
But in this case, if I'm staying in accommodation provided by the government, then what happens?
If you are providing in this case, you will not be allowed for HRA at all, because it will be comes under HRR, house rent recovery. It will be going. This is only for HRA, house rent allowance. In this case only, we will be considering whichever is the minimum of house rent paid, that is annual house rent paid. That is also considering metro cities, non-metro cities will be considered. Along with that, HRA received in the salary slips, you will be having HRA. That component will be considered. then 40% of the basic. Minimum of these three things will be considered, and it will be given as an exception as house rent exemption. And another, yes, ma'am.
No, I was going to say that for government employees is different. For
yeah, ma'am.
go on,
I am telling
finish
about the. I am telling about the public limited company. That is private organization. Only I am telling you.
Go ahead.
And another thing, ma'am, as you told in 80D, ma'am, to be more specific, I can tell 80D is comprising of three components. One is health checkup. It is having 5,000 only. The another thing is only for medical insurance, and the another thing is for senior citizens. That is, senior citizens only can produce the bills and they can claim for less than 60 years. That is, as per the income tax, up to 60 years, it is normal age. 60 to 80, it is a senior citizen. Above 80, it is called super senior citizen. In this case, super senior citizen can submit the bills and they can claim the amount up to certain limit. I don't know the exact limit that they can do. But in case of normal citizen, that is less than 60 years, they can claim the insurance only. That is the thing. Insurance for themselves and along with their parents. If themselves are less than 60 years, that is normal citizens, they can claim up to 25,000. If themselves or their parents is senior citizens, they can claim 50,000. Like that only the strategy of calculation is carried out.
So you're right on the insurance business, but I would still like you to recheck this a little bit, because I had spoken to two chartered accountants this afternoon, and they said that 25 includes the 5. Okay.
It
of
the checkup,
yes,
medical insurance, and along with the bills also. Previously, before, as you told, ma'am, 2020, before 2020, there are submission of medical bills. That is the thing. Now they have consolidated and they have been removed it. They have given us a standard deduction of 50,000. That too only belongs to old regime. For the new regime, there is no exemption, no conveyance, no ATU, no ATD. Nothing will be there. There will be flat. That is, if you are coming under 5 lakhs, sorry, 2.5 lakhs, means 0%. Then 5 lakhs, then 7.5 lakhs.
Sir, don't go there, because it will confuse everybody right now. Don't confuse everybody, because most people are in the old regime right now. They have not shifted nobody has shifted to the new regime in this lot of people who are here in our audience.
If the salary is going beyond 15 or 20 lakhs, means then they can go up for new regime. Until that, it is better to have the old regime. Old regime only having exemptions on that. So it is better to choose the old regime. This is the understanding from my side, ma'am. And regarding to NPS, ma'am, I will clarify, ma'am. There are two types of NPS, ma'am. One is from the employer side and another is from the employee side, ma'am. As you told, 50,000 is the extra amount. First NPS, first thing is belongs to the employee. It comes under ATC. ATC means 1.5 only deduction. We can climb up to 1.5 lakhs only. That is separate, ma'am. The NPS 1 will fall under that category, and NPS 2 will follow extra 50,000. That is employer contribution. That too also it will be calculated. That is 10% of basic plus DA. Along with that only we will be considering. That only the calculation strategy, and it allows extra 50,000 along with the ATC of 1,50,000.
So that is on the NPS issue, like I don't work for anybody, right? I work for myself. So I'm allowed the 50,000. I put 50,000 away every year, okay, into NPS, and I'm allowed the whole amount as a deduction, okay? Because this is Section 80. Don't forget, everybody must remember that Section 80s are all deductions, and they come at the end of the.
1 second, ma'am, and to throw more light on that, 80 everything. That is the thing. This for Chapter 6A, everything you will be thinking about ATC 1.5 lakhs only deduction, but as you told, ma'am, as a disabled persons, we are having, if the percentage is above 80%, another 125. This is additional of ATC 150 plus 125. That will be the deduction. That is exemption we can get. If in case of less than 80%, 75,000 additional of ATC 150,000 you will get one. This is the base strategy of Chapter 6A deduction.
You've completely confused them. I'm sure you've completely confused them, because I was doing it separately. I was doing it all separately for you. So anyway, go ahead.
So yes, anyway, so as I understand it now,
yes,
150 is the ATC
Yes, it is a base,
deduction.
Yes,
ATC.
150
Yeah,
is
that is your provident fund, your insurance, life insurance, and
Yes.
any other investments that you have.
Suganya Samriddhi, everything will come under ATC.
Up to
It is
one.
common for all.
Yeah, plus 125 for your standard deduction under ATU.
No,
That makes it
yes, sir.
275.
Yes, sir.
275
Yes.
plus
50.
plus 50,000 for your
Plus
medical.
standard deduction.
No, medical
Yeah.
medical things. So that makes it
That
325.
ATDD. Yeah, like that. These are all the special
No, wait.
exceptions.
One second. Hold. ATC, you got your 150, 50
Yes,
more
sir.
for NPS, 125 for ATU. But
Yes.
the person who claims ATU cannot get ATDD. Okay.
No. Only
So
for
it's-
that is for dependents.
Yes.
I'm
And
talking about
80
ATD.
Yes. 25.
ATD is health related things.
Yeah, up
ATD
to
is for
50.
health.
If you're a senior citizen, you get up to 50.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it can be 75 there because 25 of your own if you are under 60
Yeah.
and 50 of your parents or up
Yeah,
or if you're both over 60, then it is 1 lakh. Okay.
yeah.
And then there is a section which deals with 10,000 rupees of savings interest on the bank.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all the deductions we get right now. And that's for everybody. That's 125 is the only one that we get. Everything else is the same.
That is interest on savings accounts, ma'am. That is 80TTA, 80TTB. Two things are available. One for normal person, that is 10,000 as you told, ma'am. For senior citizen means it is 40,000. It is above 60 years. We can claim exemption up to 40,000 in 80TTB.
Correct. So that is the only, these are the ones for regular. Huh? This is nothing to do with disability. Please don't confuse.
ma'am.
There's nothing for us. Huh?
That is
So-
special things is only for us ATU. Then
Or-
if it is
or
dependence
ATDD.
means
Or
dependence
ATDD.
means ATDD. Only
Yes.
these two things, and the another thing is conveyance only. And the
Yes.
another thing, ma'am, I came to my doubt, ma'am. If the conveyance is reflecting in the payslip, we can get it, and it will be reflecting in the Form 16 also. If the conveyance is not projecting in the income tax statement or in Form 16 or in payslip, is it possible to claim conveyance, ma'am?
No,
So-
no.
If it is projected, then only we can claim. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it is not possible.
Yes. Unless there's a special allowance in which you can claim conveyance allowance in there. If there's a
Because,
special
ma'am,
allowance,
Mm.
you can
Because,
adjust
ma'am,
it.
why we are now and all, most of us are working on work from home option. So conveyance is the meaning of traveling allowance. Previously it is
Correct.
named as traveling allowance. Now it is termed as conveyance allowance. Now
Correct.
work from home means there is no traveling allowance. Some companies are refusing it. They are not
No.
allowing to provide
No,
conveyance allowance. In that situation, what to do?
nothing. You can't do anything about it. Unless there's a special allowance and we can say, okay, I went to office sometime. Okay, a little bit I went to office. So
No,
there
but
is
I
another.
think, yeah, but I think from common sense and from an ethical point of view,
Yes, sir.
if you don't spend money on conveyance, I think claiming it is not really right.
Correct, sir. But if the tax slab means if it is crossing up to 5 lakhs, nothing will be the issue. You will
Yeah.
be under zero tax. If you get
Yeah.
1 rupee additional also, it will be coming under 5% plus 20% slab. You
Sir,
have
so
to
we're
pay-
very happy that it goes over. We're very proud of ourselves. We have come to a point where we are contributors to society. Today, we cannot hide behind this, We are, hopefully next week, it'll go up a little bit. The slabs will go up a little bit. These numbers, the 5 lakh number will go up to about 7.5 to 10 lakhs. But honestly, if we want to be equal, we have to behave equal.
Correct, ma'am. Even a single rupee increase in the salary also will produce a difference in the tax margin will be more. That is the
So,
tax calculation for 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs and 1 rupees also. There will be a additional tax payable of, I think so, around 17,500 plus something. Around 18,000 we have to pay tax.
We do.
We have
Okay.
more people asking questions. Can we please take their questions now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Satendra Verma, please ask your question.
Hello, ma'am. This is Sitender from
Hi.
Karnal.
Hi.
Just 1 second, ma'am. Yes. Now, ma'am, in my family, there is a child who is getting MFA, monthly financial assistance, the provision which is in ex gratia policy, is that taxable?
No, it's not. Not that
But-
I know of. I'll just write it down in case I'll recheck it. But my monthly, what did you say? What do you say? MFA, right?
MFA, monthly financial assistance, ma'am.
Monthly financial assistance. No. Why does this child get it? Why does the child get it?
This child is she's my sister-in-law.
But why does she get
you know, her father was a government employee. And unfortunately, he's now no more. And more unfortunate is that the mother is also no more. And now she is getting the MFA. Almost 8 lakh per annum. And we have paid taxes, ma'am.
On this?
For yes, ma'am, for 5 years, for last 5 years. Can we claim those
Let me check it for you.
returns?
Let me check it for you. Okay,
Yes,
let me check this for you. We will get in touch with Iway after a week or so, and for 5 days actually.
Okay, ma'am.
Monthly financial assistance. Okay,
Yes,
from the
ma'am.
army. From the army, is it?
No, ma'am. He was a government employee, teacher.
And
Yes.
his services had this in his service. He had this in
Yes.
part of his service.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. And we are getting it through the provision of ex gratia policy in Haryana.
Policy.
Yes.
Let me check it out for you. Haryana government ka kya hai? Let me check it out. Huh?
I think, ma'am, it doesn't matter whether it is from Haryana or from an other state, because income tax regime is common for all.
नहीं, इनकम टैक्स की बात नहीं है. इट इज इन द स्कीम में लिखा है कि इट्स टैक्स फ्री. वो स्कीम है, ये स्कीम है ना, उसमें टैक्स फ्री लिखा होना चाहिए. ओके, अगर टैक्स फ्री नहीं लिखा है तो मुझे सेक्शन 10 में चेक करना पड़ेगा.
Madam, one of my friends has just told me that it is tax free, and he will provide me some documents as well.
Oh, very good. So,
but problem is that can we? I am just enforcing the question. My question is that can we claim the returns which we have paid? For last 5 years, we have been paying taxes for 5 years, for last 5 years, and it's around 10 lakh or maybe 15 lakh.
Yes, you can file revised returns. You can ask for it. You can file revised returns. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I will contact you through.
If it is tax free, then definitely you must apply for revised returns.
Yes, ma'am. We have documents, legal documents, which says that it's tax free.
बस then ठीक है ना, तो apply करो. और ये सब है ना, आपके जो भी भर रहे हैं आपके taxes ये साल.
Yes.
उनको तो बोलो नहीं भर रहे हैं ये साल. ठीक है.
ठीक है. इस साल तो नहीं भरेंगे. Yes.
You have to file your returns, but I think you can don't pay tax and instead submit those documents and claim the refund.
Refund, yes.
I think the CA will know the procedure.
Okay,
and
yes, ma'am, please.
नहीं, मैं क्या पूछी कि TDS कट के आता है आपके पास 8 लाख जो आ रहा है.
Yes, ma'am. The problem is that कि TDS कट के आता था और इसलिए हमें पता नहीं था. Later on, one of my friends told me.
अप्लाई करो CA के साथ बैठो और अप्लाई करो and देखो कि अभी ये साल भी काटा होगा. While giving the money, it must not be coming in one. 8 लाख एक साथ पार्ट्स में आता होगा ना, हर महीना होगा या हर क्वार्टर होगा.
And one more thing, ma'am, he was also a blind person, and does it make any difference?
No.
Okay, no. I'm just clearing it.
Yeah,
thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Shekhar Manjulkar, please ask your question.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Just I have a question. If like currently I'm not in the taxable slab, so still can I file TDS? And my supplementary question is,
get refund?
not refund, because as I'm not in taxable income, so my returns will be zero only.
No,
So
but your TDS, if they cut TDS, they'll return it to you, no?
okay, like if I'm not in a taxable income, so if I file TDS, so will it be like my TDS will be cut, or
No, TDS is tax deducted at source,
yeah,
TDS. Okay.
yes,
So किसी ने आपका टैक्स काटा होगा तब आप रिफंड ले सकते हो. Okay. अगर
अच्छा,
आप
okay,
टैक्स में नहीं हो तो आपको टैक्स भरने की जरूरत ही नहीं है ना. पर अगर किसी ने काटा है, ओके, क्या हो जाता है कभी कभी
अच्छा, okay,
the income is higher, but overall income is not so high. Okay, so in a particular like I think bank interest में 5,000 की बात काटते हैं and all that. So तभी बैंक्स काट लेते हैं तो आपको रिटर्न्स फाइल करके रिफंड लेना है आपको. ओके, आपको
okay,
टीडीएस
okay,
आपको
okay, and
टैक्स डिडक्टेड सोर्स है. हाँ.
Kanchan, he may want to ask, does he need to file the returns?
does I need to file the return?
Yes.
Yes, you need to.
Yes.
If you are getting in annual income more than 2.5 lakhs, you need to file the.
Yeah, in any case, as a matter of discipline, it's good to file returns on a regular basis annually, because so that your money coming into your bank, nobody can question you finally, because you've declared it all.
Okay. And my supplementary question is, ma'am, like for this, so still like can I claim for the accommodations I pay here in this only, like
what
for
accommodation?
Like my PG rent and all?
Are you working?
Yeah.
Are you employed?
Yes.
So the company is not giving you any deductions, any allowances for your stay?
Companies, no, company for stay, it is not like in the salary, it is HRA is mentioned. So
it is, no?
like, yeah.
So then you claimed it, no? Already you got it, no?
Okay.
You got it, no? Yeah. So double क्या claim करेंगे? आपको मिल रहा है ना already? I don't get HRA. I'm professional. I don't get HRA.
Oh, okay. Salaried people. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's advantage of salary.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have a message in the chat box. Somebody asking something. Abdul Wahab.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
No, I'm not an employee. I'm looking for I'm going to make a startup. If I'm going to make any kind of startup, I need to register with the GST. It is required for a person with disability.
Disability, you have to, I mean, for every business, you have to register everywhere. Okay. The only thing in Maharashtra and a few other states, you get a profession tax waiver. I mean, you don't have to pay profession tax. Okay. But if you want to do a startup, etc., you will have to register everywhere. And there are some certain discounts for certain exemptions for startups for first 5 years, etc. Up pehle dekh lo those provisions for startups. But first start making money.
Right?
That's for everybody. But please start making money first. Worry about the taxes later. Make money first.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
That I know. But the first initial 5 years, the government will not take any taxes. But the thing is, I'm asking if I'm going to make any export business, I need to pay customs tax, right?
Customs duty is when it comes in. Okay, there are other taxes while going out. Okay, so it's export or import, you decide. But taxes are the secondary part of it. First, do decide your business, see what benefits you can get. Okay, and how you want to do the duty drawback and all those benefits are there in as far as exports are concerned. Okay.
But being a disabled person, are there any special allowances there? No. It's a regular thing.
But because you're business, no, George, because you're business, you will have the benefits of, like me, profession.
Yeah.
All the kharcha that I have, I can claim.
Yeah.
I mean, there are upper limits and lower limits, but.
Yeah, Shabnam, you were reading out a question.
Yeah. I don't exactly understand this, but I'm going to just read it out. R.V. Rajan, one disabled spouse not live or is not alive, something like that, or does not live, inherited property sold amount comes as a capital gain to husband, wife after death, how that capital gain can be considered under IT, how the remaining disabled person, husband, wife, can claim when filing return. Kanchan, did you understand this question? Or?
So so there is a spouse. Okay, there are two people. So supposing you say man and wife, and the wife is no more there. Okay, she's gone. The husband has inherited from his wife some property. Okay, so it is the cost of acquisition of when your wife bought it. If she bought it before 2001, then we take that date. We keep the supposing she bought in 79, 80, whenever she bought the place, that amount that she spent, plus you bring it down to 2001 rates, and then you have to do the calculations with your CA, or it can also be done orally. It's not so difficult. The current, you're selling it at 100 rupees, you bought it at your value in 2001 is 50 rupees, the balance 50 is capital gains. And of course, all the expenses are minus. Okay.
No,
and
but
then
if, if it is your spouse, like wife or husband, doesn't it automatically become yours?
No, it depends on the unfortunate Indian religious law. Okay. So if it is Hindu, for male dying without a will, okay, his wife, his mother, and his children are equal inheritors. So if he has 5 daughters and 4 sons, it becomes 9. Then he had a mother 10 and his wife 11. Okay. So 11 parts to that, unless she made a will, he made a will saying no, it goes to one person only out of 11. Okay. But in any event, it goes, for a Christian, it is 1/3 to the wife, okay, and 2/3 to the children. And the Muslim law is double to the son, half to the daughter, and double to the son, and wife is 1/8, 1/4, depending on whether. Okay, all those things are there. So that's the law of the country. But it doesn't become automatic. Assuming it even goes to the husband completely for whatever reason, he still has to pay full tax on it.
Okay, there's I thought inheritance tax was exempt, I thought.
Inheritance is exempt, but capital gains is not. So he can get it and it goes into his name. So George, there's a fine line here.
Yeah.
You inherit it and you keep it in your name and you can keep on this thing. But if you sell it,
then the capital gains will come into play.
No, I just want clarity on this, Kanchan. If you inherit property, what are your tax liabilities?
On the day you inherit, nothing. Okay, mom goes,
sorry?
you get it. On the day you inherit, nothing. There's no liability as of today. Okay.
Okay.
So today you get it free. Okay, that's it. So,
Okay.
like if it was in Bombay it is from 500 rupees is the transfer fees, 100 rupees is entrance fees, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
And some nominal forms have to be filled up and submitted to the society. Okay, cooperative society in Bombay.
Right.
So similar will be with the DDA in your in the Delhi Development Authority there. Okay, some minor cost there. Okay. They're costs. They're not. There's no tax there. Okay.
Right.
But the day you sell that property,
okay,
that time is when the capital gains issue comes up.
Okay.
That would have applied even to your mother or your the person you're inheriting from.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yes. So your mom sold today, she will have to pay the same capital gains today, had she not been there and you were selling it.
Right.
The same story would be there.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Shabnam?
And Jasdeep Kaur says, and do we have to pull out the bills for getting benefit under Section 10 for conveyance?
No. My Kala Pilas don't give me any bills.
Yeah.
So.
And the Saroj Barla had asked a question in the chat box.
She's not asking a question. She basically is looking for a job. She says her
Okay.
job nahi hai. It's not relevant to the topic right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there is somebody, Pradeep Kumar.
Jaldi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pradeep Kumar Panda on Facebook had asked any exemption for purchase of artificial limb But then I don't know, he's also put up a reply to the same question saying 26 AS, and somebody has
No, 26 AS is, I think, when we were discussing something.
With TDS.
That is
about
TDS, yeah.
TDS. So I think he just provided the information.
okay.
So no, there's nothing right now on purchase of anything. That's at that ATU, no, 125. That unfortunately, jo bhi karna hai karo usme.
So even if you buy any aids or whatever, all that is in that ATU. Okay.
Nothing. So today, all that envision is 2 lakhs of rupees. Something else is 4 lakhs of rupees.
Okay.
You're going to pay GST. You're going to pay your dollar rates. You're paying a lot of things. So we don't realize. We did a survey on this. The cost of living with a disability is much, much, much higher than living without a disability. Okay. And unless that comes reflects in the budget somewhere, we're hitting our head against the wall.
What are the parameters? What are the parameters you took into consideration for
the Niti Aayog data? The Niti Aayog data is there. So we've done a survey on this. Anyway, it's very expensive.
It's more expensive for life with disability.
Yes.
Yes. Of
course.
Yes,
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
See, simple thing sometimes we need an escort. We need somebody to go with us. We can't take a bus. We can't take we're taking a cab all the time. So there are so many things that the kharcha goes higher, and you're not getting all this out of your income tax.
That's true.
To earn some money, I'm spending a lot more than what than a normal person would earn, would spend, sorry. So that is, we have to, some way you have to accept this reality.
True.
There's one more question just now in the chat box.
Anand is asking, what is the expectation of change for people with disabilities in the coming budget?
I think we wait for 5 days.
Wait for 5 days, and you're giving me a great job of thinking. But let me just tell you what I think may or may not happen. But I've been always frightened about the inheritance tax, and that is something that may hit us. And this is the only year it can hit us immediately. Agar hoga to ye saal hoga, nahi to 3 saal ke baad shayad hoga. That's going to be very difficult for everybody, if we may get hit. Okay, because UK has it, US has it, India has nothing of that sort. Okay, at the moment. So inheritance tax is what I'm dreading. Okay, completely dreading. The levels going up from this 2.5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, so वो सब चिलर है, so थोड़ा ऊपर जाएगा, but इतना ऊपर नहीं जाएगा कि हमें really. Inflation is so high, the cost of living has gone up so much. These numbers are such old numbers. So thoda bhi adjustment karega, just it's mamuli adjustments. But thoda theek hai kar lenge udhar. I think they will do that because again, with an election year coming up, they need to do some of those things. If they remove the old regime, it will be very tough on us unless they really move off the slabs in the numbers in the new regime. Because ATU jayega. That is the end of ATU. Okay. What I can only say to this whole group here is that the next time we have a budget, which is next February 20, we can't do very much with that budget, but whatever budgets we ever have, please let's start working on this in October because the finance minister starts having meetings in October for the February budget, and all different groups, different lobbies. They meet up with the prime minister, with the finance minister, with the finance ministry officials, etc. And every time I see it in the newspaper, she has started her consultations, and the disability sector is not even near it. Abhi letter likhna hai kya? Aaj likhna hai kya? It doesn't make any sense. So we have to do all this earlier, and it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, August, September, to my mind, would be the time.
Consultation August September mein karo, find your connects into the finance ministry, kaun revenue secretary hai, kaun finance secretary hai, kaun kya hai, and find that networking to the finance minister straight away,
Right.
Agar ATU nahi gaya to, agar ATU gaya to bas rona. On Wednesday evening we'll be crying. So that is the only thing I can say. That's all.
But in an election year, I doubt if they're going to take away benefits like this.
No, they won't. Disability is not much of a vote bank.
That's true.
But and Siddharth, listen, it's already gone. The new regime mein nahi hai. If you understand that, 80DD is not there, 80U is not there. And from us, out of our income, it's going. It's painful, but it's not so painful as those who have disabled dependents. That is very painful. So for them also 125, 75 is too little.
Yeah.
बहुत कम है.
Kanchan, could you give a quick overview of the new tax regime?
You tell me. There are no deductions there. So there's somebody else there who knows it better than we do. The new tax regime has the numbers change. Okay, the minimum level on which taxes are paid to be starting to be paid is 5 lakhs and above. Okay, so it all changes. The numbers keep changing, and very few people have opted for the new regime. So I'm not getting.
It is beneficial only you are earning more than 20 lakhs. It is a direct taxation. There will not be any complexity, no exemption, even no standard deduction. Nothing is there. It will be directly from 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 7.5, 7.5 to 10 lakh, based on the salary, which category you are falling. Until that, they will be accumulating the tax, and directly you have to pay for it. It is a straightforward tax.
The reason for this is also because over the years, as I explained, there were a lot of sections. There was things like HHH, like that kind of sections. There were so many sections with multiple possibilities. If you set up an industry in the Northeast, or we set it up in Himachal Pradesh, etc., you got deductions, etc. T-board had a deduction. There's so many deductions that the government slowly over the years has got rid of. And we have very few deductions now left, okay? But even those they wanted to eliminate, which is in a way very good. If they raise the numbers, it's very
those
nice
are tax holidays. Those are tax holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was part of this section only, this 80 section, section 80. Okay, they are called deductions. Okay,
currently,
so
there will be no chapter 6A at all, I think so.
Yes,
everything will be totally remote. Because in the previous old regime, there will be multiple branches. Each and every exemption is having multiple branches. In order to avoid those multiple branches, they want to see that is
streamline the whole thing.
Streamline it to a single structure.
The only problem for us, only problem for us, I'll tell you, is section 80cc also goes. Our provident fund business also goes. So I don't have a saving as if I'm not a forced saving. That the only savings I had was my provident fund, and my second savings was pension, okay, NPS. If all those go, then it's up to me whether I want to spend the money or whether I want to save the money. So these are very important provisions of law. Okay, so I think I've covered nearly everything.
One small input from my side.
Go ahead.
Madam, there is a thing for salary person. Most of the states has avoided professional tax. For example, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Gujarat. I think so. That PT has been removed for most of the states. So they can tell their employers to remove the PT. That is normally 200, 250 something. PT amount will be deducted every month in the salary slip. That can be removed by showing the headlines. That is the thing. They can Google it and they can show it to their employers, and they can remove the PT from their I think so salary. Then they
yes, that's section 17. Also. Yes, section 17 of the Maharashtra Act. Yes, all those things are there. But the more paper you create, the more things you have, the more paper you create, the more difficult it is for people to file their return. Somebody was asking for help out here, right? Yes, so we come from a generation where we've seen all this paperwork, and the next generation doesn't want to see all this. It's tough to understand the next generation, these kind of things. So I would suggest that, in a way, the new regime would be the ideal answer, because that's what we've been praying for and hoping for. But itna kam hai na that we'll all get jacked unless we're really, really high incomes. And I'm sure the next generation is earning very well. So there is somebody out here who needs a job, and I'm hoping she gets a job right away and starts becoming a taxpayer. But there are many who are also earning very well in this audience. So I'm glad to see that. And therefore, the new regime will help you actually in the long run. So over time, let's go and see what happens with Mrs. Sitaraman on Wednesday. And George, thank you very much for inviting me, and everybody for hearing me through and helping me with the session. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Kanchan.
Thank
George,
you.
George is on mute. George, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm unmuted?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Kanchan, first of all, thank you very much for thank you for giving us the time and taking up this challenging topic. I know it was not part of your professional domain, but I think you gave us a very clear, simple presentation on understanding of the domain. And thank you very much. And I'd like to thank all of you who, there were about 70 odd people who had logged in at one point of time. I'd like to thank each of you. And we'll let you know when the next episode of Highway Encounters, normally it's on the last Friday of the month. So last Friday of February will be the next time we meet. So we'll let you know and we'll be in touch. Take care.